this Squid Game stuff. Now they have an actual. Go ahead.
Yeah, so this is real life games now. So obviously nobody's dying, but I do like how they continue to portray death. This sounds horrible.
No, it doesn't. No,
I'm excited, so it's like,
You sound sexy. It's okay.
It's good.
No, but so, like, okay, we saw in Squid Games with the red light, green light, 1, 2, 3, right?
Right.
The lady turning around and then somebody
all
moves,
just
she pop,
start.
pop, pop out, right? They did that game in real life, but when the people would lose, they had this thing on their neck so it would like implode, and I guess the natural reaction, you're supposed to go with that and die. You're supposed to fall out like you died. But you could tell that was the very first game. People did not realize that, so they weren't dying. So it was like, for them, it was like, come on! But then you see other people die, so then they're confused and they're kind of looking at them. You know, at some point the producers had to get it all right before the next game, because
Right.
they died on point the next one, which was
That was the cookie game,
the cookie
right?
game.
Oh, it started with a D, yeah.
So they were done, and you know, they sit on the ground like, damn, messed up. And it's like player 55 dead, and it's like, and it was
They're
like,
just like,
Okay.
like
so-
they were doing great. I was like, that's phenomenal. But it's awesome because this is just regular people, like people signing up for, you know,
To
a
be a part
reality
of
TV
it.
show or something.
I missed it at the end though. Like by the second half of the series, they weren't doing the ink pack anymore, and I was like,
No,
I
they
can
wasn't.
still use
I
some
think
ink pack
because it's
action,
such a
like-
smaller crowd. It was more entertaining.
Somebody probably was allergic or broke out.
And I didn't realize this was. I can't think of how many contestants. I want to say like 400,
It said 456.
456.
Oh, yeah, right.
On the next
That's a lot of
page, I have it
people.
where it says
Yeah, it was the same as
456.
the original series.
Yes.
456
Yes.
players.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the person won,
How
I think,
much?
$4.56 million.
Yeah.
Yeah,
4.56
4.56 million for the winner.
4.56
Yeah, the show
million.
has been criticized for its potential traumatic teeth.
And I mean, oh my God! And the last game, what you think the
Oh,
last
that
game
was
was?
bullshit.
What you
I ain't gonna say
think
nothing.
The one where they
the
had
most
to jump
simple-
the glass?
Nope.
No, that was
It wasn't
the
even in the
before
movie.
end.
It was super simple.
Okay, when they were doing the rocks, the marbles.
No, because Kenny's really gonna try to figure this out. So look.
Rocks has something to do with it though.
But it does.
Rocks is a clue.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, okay.
That's how they won the money.
Yeah.
The hand game?
But
Yeah.
that's the hand game. So they had them meet in like the middle of some type of sand, and they had to really. It was structured. It was like ba ba ba. No, they couldn't put their hands
It was
up.
behind
They
their
did
back.
it. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, behind the
Bam!
back.
And they say whatever it is.
Wow.
And then the person who won that
That is
round
some simple shit.
walks to
Rock,
another
paper,
side
scissors.
to go get a key out of a box, to walk to another box to try the key. If it opens, obviously you won. If
Weird.
not, you
Yeah.
go again. You come back, you rock, paper, scissors again. They
That
did that.
sound like the other show
So
on Netflix.
obviously with editing, it looked like they were there
What?
for hours.
They probably weren't.
But I don't know.
I also didn't feel like dude was trying that hard against her.
No, this lady was a genius because she was studying him. She was able to see what his pattern was in playing the game. Bro, you really gonna keep doing the same thing every time? You're like, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
Bro,
you're playing
1,
for
2, 3.
$4.56 million.
It's like, no, what was the thing? I think it was, I feel like it was paper. It was something he was barely ever putting out. And I mean, she was
And
just
she
eating
noticed
him. It
it,
was like,
yeah.
how does she? Oh my gosh, she
Oh,
was
so a
eating
girl
him
won?
up.
She's
A
good.
lady
Yeah,
won.
yeah.
Oh,
She's
and
good
she
at
was
reading.
very,
Older woman.
honestly,
She's
that
probably
lady
good at
was,
reading people.
she was very manipulative the entire time. I mean, she was giving auntie, favorite auntie, and the next thing you know, she's why
She
you
bite
cut.
you.
It sounds like what's that? Survivor.
Survivor, very much. Very much. Because in this game, you could tell when you're playing amongst people like herself, you have to remember this is a game and that you're playing for you.
Yeah.
So
You
win,
play a friend if you
absolutely.
want to, 'cause she was-
Absolutely.
Oh, it was
Oh my
crazy.
God.
I would say like the last 3 or 4
Absolutely.
episodes, there was that energy of like, nah, we're a team. We're gonna look out for each other. We've got our
It
our
was,
different tribes.
But
like that
since-
till the end.
I saw her first leopard spot.
Oh, that
I guess
one.
I was like,
yeah,
oh, yeah, that's a
Mai.
leopard
Her
that's
name was
remaining
Mai
a
or
leopard.
something, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like for her,
Oh,
yeah.
she was, what? That
Okay,
lady
so
was
no, I
crazy
didn't
sneaky.
watch it at all. But
Did you watch the original series?
yes, I
Okay.
watched the original. I
Yeah.
watched the original, but I didn't watch
There's another
the
show
game
similar
show
to
yet.
that. Dang, I forgot the name of the show on Netflix. It's similar to the same thing.
Oh, the one
Just
where
Squid Games?
everyone's out on the floor.
They're out in the wilderness. Oh my goodness, it's
No, that
called,
sounds like Survivor.
it's
Right
called,
there.
no, it's on Netflix. It's, what is it
Like
called?
right now?
I feel like I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about. Where they do a lot of rope, like.
No, they're out. So basically, the concept of the show is, it's about, let's say, maybe 20 people, men and women. And what happens is, you either live outside in the jungle, or you in the mansion.
A mansion.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
that's
So
not-
when you start out, everybody's in the jungle. So you have to, get alliances, basically.
Mhm.
And then what happens is the lady comes in and then you start voting people to go into the house. So it's really about the relationships that you make.
Mhm.
And when you living in the jungle, you living in the jungle. You eating outside, you eating certain food, you living in a tent, you outside where it's cold,
Mm-mm.
and all of that stuff. And then when you get in the house, you making a, you under, of course, you're treated like, royalty when you're in the house. You got the layout of the breakfast and everything. I forgot the name of the show.
We gotta forget.
That sounds good.
Cece.
I'm looking
Yeah,
at
it's,
it. They have a couple. They have a couple.
If you call the name of it, it'll come. If you say the name of it.
Ultimate Beastmaster.
No.
That's what I was thinking.
Too Hot to Handle.
No.
The Great British Bake Off.
What's that
No,
noise?
it's
Not like-
Wait, let me see.
Have you seen Too Hot to Handle?
What's that? Too hot to
That's a
handle.
dating game.
They're all
It's
on the
a dating
island
show.
and they think they about to get lit and smash everything at the end of the night, and then Lana comes up like, nah.
Yeah,
nah,
it's
nah.
it's like an Alexa. It's really like an Alexa.
What's that other love show?
Love is
Something
Blind.
Island. No, Love
Love
Island.
Island.
I haven't really seen that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wait, that's
I
where
know
the
what you're
couples.
talking
What's the one where the couples come on, the girls come on, and the guys come on, and they match up, and then they gotta go to Casablanca,
Yeah.
Casa Amigo,
Yeah.
where they
Love
split
Island.
them up.
Yep.
That's Love Island.
Is it that
Yes.
one?
Okay, so I was
Love
on the
Island.
cruise, right? Oh my god.
Yes.
Yo, this girl, she was. Oh my god, I can't even say it out my mouth. She was like, okay, so. Of course she fell in love with me. So she's like, oh, I love you. I lick her ass. I'm like, oh, you sound like that girl from Love Island.
She just came up to you and
Yes. Oh my god. And then the guy was there, and I was just like, yo.
This was a cruise?
Yo, she's it. So she was like, yeah, you're handsome. She was like, just I'll take you to bed and I'll lick your ass. Yeah, this white girl was lit.
She was with her man?
Oh my god.
No.
Oh.
She was with this family, right? So they were all the kids and the parents, and they was like, yeah, she likes her dad, his dad. So she's family that they all work together. And the son's father works and she works at the job, and they like, yeah.
It sounds messy as hell.
Yeah, it was messy. But she wasn't with the father, she just liked the father, or the father liked her, but they weren't together. Just she was lit, and he was like, yeah, she's lit. And I'm like, did you hear the shit that came out of her mouth?
Oh my god.
So it reminded me of like Love Island when they be at Casablanca and like, oh, will you go to bed with me? Will you be in my bed tonight?
The new people come and
So
all of a
she
sudden,
gave like,
when the new men and women come to the house, they lose their mind.
oh my god, this girl was just like, oh,
Yeah.
people in the world. So okay, so yeah, that show. Y'all, that show. Squid Games.
Oh my god. Can we just talk about the
It is.
Ashley on the bridge moment though for a second? Like, how did you experience
Is that what
What's
it
that?
was
What's that?
pretending to break the glass?
Yeah, that's the glass portion, right?
Yeah, the
That's
glass
what-
bridge. Yeah.
I think that was the only part I think I missed because
Oh, no.
so I was binging and like trying
So
to
are
stay
they
up.
really as dangerous? Like kind of dangerous, or
Well, they would fall.
I
they
mean-
made it look like they were falling through the bridge. So,
Yeah.
but it
But
wasn't
it was-
breaking.
They kept the imagery, you know,
Okay.
but you know they're not really like
yeah,
hurting
the
yourself.
concept.
And they had games like what was the Battleship?
Oh yeah, they had like life-size Battleship.
Right.
Where
Okay,
like
okay.
you were
I
literally
gotta
playing a
watch
game
it.
of Battleship. The Circle of Trust episode though, that was good too.
It was.
That was the best
was.
game I think.
And what was the one? Oh no, that was for the cookie. When they went to go pick the symbol that they're gonna be trying to
Yeah,
break
that
out
was
of
the cookie. That was the
Okay.
cookie.
I thought it was fire because out of all these people, there was one mother and son. And it's a little small piece of it, but I just thought that it was so awesome that you know for a fact, out of all these people, these two people are gonna hold it down for each other.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Everybody has to look with the snake eye, of course, to over their shoulder, but not them two. When like mom, I forgot who had to go home first. I think it was mom.
Mom did.
From a jerk too, right?
Well, it was from marbles. It was no,
It was
they played
marbles?
with each other, and I think ultimately
Oh, I'm
she
thinking
wound
about
up having to go home.
So they kept it kind of like
they
to
did. Okay,
all
I'm thinking about the
names
guy
of
that was
real
like
ones.
trying to vote her. He was being an asshole or something. I think he voted her name up. or
Yes,
something.
yeah, he went home first. That dude went home
Okay,
first.
that's
That guy went home first. I don't remember when he went home. He was such a big player in like the first 3 episodes,
was.
and then he like
He was. He saw him.
he got asked out. That was it.
So I'll make sure I watch this.
But no, so there was some moments
Yeah,
like so in the marbles game there was 2 people that had partnered up and the guy just refused to play. And the girl was like, dude, let's just play
Right.
anything, otherwise we both get eliminated. And the dude was just a jerk. And they both got eliminated
Yeah.
because he just
So was it a
refused to
setup? Was it
play.
planned, or he really was just a jerk?
He was
he was
just
a jerk.
he was really being a jerk.
So why?
Because there was no benefit in that because he has to get out. They both are eliminated.
Yeah.
So the reason why I'm saying it was a setup, because why would you get in the game to be a jerk and lose?
Listen, people do a lot of things for clout,
Some
and
people,
it
yeah.
definitely was the storyline
Yeah.
of that episode.
Yeah.
But like he just wanted to play like a throwing game, and that was the one thing she was like, "I'm just not good at throwing things. Like I just don't want to throw it." And he was like, "Well, I don't want to do anything else." Like he acted like a child. Like it was
Oh, wow.
insane. And then the other thing, the bridge episode, if you missed that.
Mhm.
So this is what I meant by like it was so interesting. They're playing for such a huge amount of money,
Right.
which for me it kind of felt like. The whole point of the actual series was the money becomes the motivating factor and you lose a little bit of your humanity. And here all these people were like trying to play teams even though it's an individual game.
Mhm.
So they figured out if they played the bridge game and everybody took one jump, it was one 50-50 risk they had to take. And they'd make it across that bridge faster
Wow.
and more of them would make it. There was just one player that was like, I didn't agree to this. She's like, you better go past me. And it was just like, yo, everybody's taking their one jump. And that's when that son died. He kept jumping because she refused to jump. And on his third one, he was gone.
I felt bad for them when they had to split up.
Yeah, no, yeah, that was sad. It was sad. But it was a good show. It was worth
But
watching.
that show, Squid Games, is still a top trending topic.
Sure.
It's bananas.
Yeah.
Because as I mentioned before,
Very
he was
popular.
canceled out for 10 years. The critics felt that his material was too grotesque.
This is the creator you're talking
Yes,
Yeah.
for Squid Games. He was shut down for 10 years, not like it happened
Before
10 years ago.
the
and
first
he said
Squid
no.
Games came out,
Right, for
Yeah,
10
the series.
years, they've been telling me the same thing of it being too grotesque for America. I could not
and
believe
once
that.
it hit,
Wow.
everybody was loving
But
that
yeah,
shit.
everybody's talking about it.
And now it's a
That's
real life
big.
game. Yeah, it's a real life game now.
big.
Crazy.
What's his name? What's his name?
Let me
Who
not,
created it?
let me not ruin this.
Congratulations.
I'm sorry
for-
ahead of time, sir. Wang Dong Huk.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of silent letters, so I'm not sure if
Yeah.
Is he young?
like middle age. He's not young,
Oh,
but he's definitely not like senior.
I heard it was kind of like a Harry Potter situation where like he came up with it, but wasn't anybody before he came up with it. Do you know
No.
if that's true?
No, he wasn't. He wasn't.
Yeah.
And this was something he was pitching so hard, and they were just knowing him to death. It was the fact that they were calling it grotesque that confused me when we have like Jigsaw and
Yeah.
Oh,
all the other.
I'm about to say,
Yeah.
all
the
these
hills
video
have eyes
games,
and
Come
shit.
on.
all these
Yeah.
video games out now.
It's crazy to me.
That's
Yeah.
violent and stuff.
don't forget it.
On that note, right. How grotesque the other stuff that
Right.
they do, right.
That's violent.
Okay, our next topic. These motherfuckers. Well, is Christian Keys bringing up that topic. Which brings up a whole bunch of other motherfuckers. Well, this is a very sticky situation.
Very sticky.
But, next, where'd he go? So we can change it.